around 3 to 5 huge pets every single day just from AFKing per account is pretty insane considering every single one of you can do this. So I would definitely recommend doing this as fast as possible. Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the Pet Sim 99 video. So last week I made a video on the easiest free to play huge pet that we've had in quite a while, and in this week's update they replaced it with the new huge, and they actually added something that made the odds of getting it much easier, and also added another huge pet that you can get which is worth a little bit more. But before I get into that, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and don't forget that once I reach 30,000 subscribers I will be hosting another massive 50 huge pet giveaway on Pet Sim 99 and a 5 huge pet giveaway on Pets Go. But until then, I'll continue to give away at least 10 huge pets every video, and if you want a chance to win one of these huge pets, all the giveaway information will be in the description. Now getting on to today's video, they added this huge pet called the Huge Wild Frost Agony, which can be earned from randomly breaking the Hellfrost boss chest from this Tycoon event. Now this chest only shows up on wave 12, so it does take a little bit to get there, but once you get there, the chances of getting this huge pet is only 1 out of 2,000 chests, which is actually really good considering how many chests you can break every hour and every day, which I will also be going over in a little bit. Now you may have noticed I am also on a completely fresh account right now, and that is because they have added something that increases the odds of getting this huge pet and the Titanic by about 3 times, which is pretty insane considering how easy this huge pet is already to get. So moving on to my main account, I do want to quickly talk about something. They did add another huge pet that replaces the Huge Wild Frost Agony when you use the corruption boost and destroy a corrupted chest. As you can see, that's what the corrupted chest looks like. It'll be completely black. Now if you destroy a corrupted chest instead of a normal chest, you'll have a chance of getting a Wild Corrupt Agony instead of a Wild Frost Agony. However, as you can see, while it's corrupted, the Wild Frost Agony transforms into the Wild Corrupt Agony on the board. Now the odds of getting the Wild Frost Agony and the Wild Corrupt Agony are actually the same. However, the only way to get it is from using the corruption boost. But you may notice that the odds right now are actually 1 out of 667, which is a third of the odds from 1 out of 2k. And that is because they have added something called Tycoon Rebirth, which when you rebirth, you can increase your huge luck by 10% and your Titanic luck by 10% each time you rebirth. Now, as you can see, I do have this maxed out and it maxes out at rebirth 20. However, you reach the maximum odds of getting this huge pet every 1 out of 666 chests, which is actually insanely good. Now, getting these amount of rebirths actually took me maybe about a day of on and off playing, and I've also gotten all my alt accounts to around 10 or 11 rebirths. And if you want to know how I did this so fast, go check out my last video where I showed you how to maximize your damage and rebirth the quickest. However, I do want to mention that having exclusive cannons like the black hole cannon and the nuclear cannon will actually speed up the process quite a bit. And just with having the black cannon on my main account, I was able to rebirth about 1.5 times faster than I was able to rebirth on all my other accounts that did not have the black hole cannon. However, with that being said, once you reach 20 rebirths, you will have amazing odds of getting this huge pet. And you might be saying to yourself, well, 1 out of 600 seems like a lot. So how fast can you actually break these chests? And that's what I want to test out right now. So I'm going to first test it out with my main account that has all of the cannons, like every single one, and they're completely maxed out. And we'll see how long it takes to get from wave 1 to 12. And then I'm going to test it out on an account that does not have the black hole cannon, just to see as well how long it takes. Now, if you're farming this event, I would recommend using some cannon boosts. So I'm going to use every cannon boost that actually helps me with damage. So the critical boost, the damage boost, and the speed booster. And then once I get to wave 1, I will start the counter. Okay, the chest is broken and now I started the counter. Let's see how long it takes. Okay, and 26 seconds, I'm just going to round that up to 30 seconds. So 30 seconds to break one chest is actually pretty good. And if you do the math, that's 2 chests every minute, which is 120 chests every hour, which is 2,888 chests every single day just from AFKing. As you can see, 2,800 is much larger than 1 out of 667. So with the amount of chests that I break every single day, I can expect to get a little over 4 of these normal huge wild corrupt agonies. And that's not even taking into account all the variants, the golds, the rainbows, and even the chance at getting the Titanics. And the best part about that is if you can get to rebirth 20, even as a free-to-play player, which is honestly not too hard, you just gotta grind a little bit, you can easily give yourself the exact same odds at getting this as any pay-to-win player. Now, I'm also curious to see how fast a player without the black hole cannon can get through all the rounds. So I'm gonna go to an alt account that doesn't have the black hole cannon, and we'll see how fast they can get through the waves as well. Now, as you can see, it only took about 2 more seconds longer than it did with the black hole cannon. So even as a free-to-play player, if you don't have some of these exclusive cannons, as long as you have all the regular cannons maxed out, it's not going to significantly decrease the time that it takes to actually beat the wave. Now, I'm also going to round this up to 30 seconds, and that is basically the same as having the black hole cannon. So you can expect to break around 2,800 chests every single day, even without the black hole cannon, giving you easily over 4 of the huge wild frost agonies, or if you have the corruption boost on, a few of those wild corrupt agonies. Now, of course, the only thing that you do have to do is get your rebirth as high as possible. However, I have it at rebirth 13 and it's already almost at the max, which is 1 out of 600. So it doesn't take too long. And like I said, this account does not have black hole cannon yet. I was still able to get to rebirth 13 with about maybe a day of just like playing on and off, so that's not too bad. So it's definitely not too late for those who want to try to get to max rebirth and farm themselves quite a few free huges before this event ends. Now, I do want to quickly mention that one thing you can do even as a free-to-play player to greatly increase your odds of getting this huge pet that doesn't include rebirthing is using multiple accounts. Now, since this event is so free-to-play friendly and none of your accounts that you're using actually require any game passes to get the same odds of hatching this huge pet, I would definitely recommend using as many accounts as you possibly can. And if you want to know how you can run multiple accounts on one PC, I do have a video on it linked in the description, or you can click the pop-up on screen. Now, you can also just find as many devices as you can and use one account on every device, which would also significantly help. Now, just to see how easy this huge pet is actually to get in practice, I'm going to AFK on 7 accounts. They are all ranging at different rebirth, and obviously my main account is at rebirth 20, so it does have the luck maxed out, and this account will be using the corruption boost for the whole time of AFKing so that I can hopefully get some of these wild corrupt agonies, while all of my other accounts will not be using the corruption boost and will only be using regular damage boosters. With that being said, let's AFK and see how many of these huges I can actually get. Before I get into the time lapse, I do want to quickly check my mailbox. If you want to donate to me using the mailbox, my username is loopedmuffin_rbx, and I tend to only shout out any exclusive pets or anything over 5 million diamonds in wrap. Thank you so much, Loom, for the 5 million diamonds. And thank you, Fabian, for the 5 exclusive pets and the huge festive elf. Thank you so much. That is so generous. And thank you, Lau Lau, for the golden huge player fox. Thank you. Here's your shout out. And thank you, Dordu, for one of the new hype eggs. Thank you. And lastly, I'd like to give a massive shout out to Hypnotics for the golden huge circuit cat. Thank you so much. That's so generous. And thank you to everyone else who sent me mail. Now, I did record the whole 50 hours of AFKing, and this footage that you're watching right now is sped up by around 3,000 times. So if you really want to, you can see some of the huge hatch notifications in the chat, but I'm not going to go through and get every hatch animation since there are so many. Okay, so it's been about 50 hours, a little over 2 days of AFKing. I did disconnect a little bit while I was AFKing, but I got most of the playtime in, and I'm going to trade over all the huge pets and see the total that I got. Now, I can already tell you it's going to be quite a bit, so I'm excited to see. But anyways, let's trade over all the pets. Okay, so I AFK'd for about 52 hours. However, I did disconnect for about 10 hours at one point. So I only AFK'd for a little under 2 days, but I still managed to get 27 huge pets, and 3 of them were golden and 1 of them was actually rainbow, which is pretty cool. Now, for less than 2 days of playing, that is about 3.8 huge pets per account. Keep in mind, most of my accounts were only using boosts for a couple of hours and then they ran out, so most of them were not using boosts for the whole time. And most of the accounts are only around rebirth 10, so they're not taking advantage of the full huge luck boost. Now, considering most of my accounts were not using boosts except for my main account, getting multiple huges per account for less than 2 days of AFKing is insane, and I hope it shows you just how free to play friendly this huge pet really is to get. Now, I would be perfectly fine if the profit just stopped there, but I also went ahead and crafted all of my crystals into cores, and as you can see, after trading over all the cores that I got, I have over 1,100 Hellfire cores, which is worth about 500 million diamonds, which is easily 20 to 30 low tier huges. Now I will be using these cores, turning them into gifts and then selling the gifts, since that does give you a little more profit. So I can expect to get maybe around 600 to 700 million for this. So that combined with the 700 million wrap worth of huges that I got is easily around 1.5 billion diamonds just from a little under 2 days of AFKing on 7 accounts. And you can easily do this. The accounts do not have to be pay to win to actually get the same amount of diamonds and wrap as I did, which is pretty insane. Now, like I said, if you do want to learn how you can use multiple accounts on one PC, I do have a video on it linked in the description. And if you want me to make an updated version showing you how you can also run the most amount of accounts as possible by optimizing your game using Blockstrap, I can make a video on that. Just let me know down in the description. But now you know just how easy the 2 huge pets from the boss chest are actually to get once you max out your rebirth. Now the event will be ending in a couple of days, so I would definitely recommend getting on this as soon as possible and getting yourself a few huge pets before it goes away. Now around 3 to 5 huge pets every single day just from AFKing per account is pretty insane, considering every single one of you can do this. So I would definitely recommend doing this as fast as possible. But with all of that being said, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And don't forget that once I reach 30,000 subscribers, I will be hosting a massive 50 huge pet giveaway on PetSim99 and a 5 huge pet giveaway on Pets Go. With that all being said, I hope you all have an amazing day and good luck grinding. Congratulations to this user for being the first person to comment on my last PetSim99 video with their Roblox username. You have won yourself a free huge pet. I do these kind of giveaways every single PetSim99 video, so if you want a chance to be the first commenter, make sure to turn on post notifications. It's time to roll the winners of the giveaway for my last PetSim99 video. Since this video did reach the first like goal of 500 likes, I will be giving away 15 huge pets instead of 10. The usernames of all the winners will be shown on screen at the end of this time lapse. Congratulations to all of the winners.